In this video, we're going to focus on the back. For those that have sciatica or something like L4 or L5 issues, disc herniation, etc., we're going to do very gentle exercises that have been proven to be effective. To start, you can sit on a chair. Please do not use a stool. We will start by tilting the pelvis backward or anteriorly, and then having a neutral spine. So you'll practice tipping the pelvis back and squeezing the core tight to make your spine nice and long, your core nice and tight. Next, we will begin by activating the sciatic nerve. And here you can wrap your hands around your waist or sit comfortably however you'd like. But let's take a flexed foot as you lift your head back. Only go as far as you feel comfortable, of course, but go ahead and flex the foot, look back, and then lower your gaze, drop your head, and return your foot to neutral, the knee 90 degrees. Do this a couple of times on both sides, right and left. And again, see if you feel any difference in your problem area. Following the nerve stretch and activation, we're going to now lie down and take another nerve activation for the sciatic nerve along the back of the leg. This is where you're going to do something very similar but maintain a neutral spine and posture on a mat while bringing your foot to the ceiling if possible. Only go as high as you feel comfortable. You should feel a nice pull from either the base of the foot or somewhere along the calf all the way down to your leg. And that can range from maybe your calf back of your knee or calf all the way through your hamstring, or it could lead all the way up through your glute into your back. After that, we'll take a stretch. This is an oblique stretch where you are going to actively stretch by grabbing onto the opposite knee with your hand, pushing your knee into your hand. That way you have a little bit of resistance, and reach up and over with the other hand, looking either down directly in front of you or up, whichever is most comfortable for your neck. If you would like to release the neck, go ahead and rotate your head from your hand to the floor and see how that feels. Once you've held this stretch for 8 to 16 seconds, you can do the other side. Following that, we will begin on all fours, and I would like us to begin by finding our neutral position. In order to do this, I will take a shrug of the shoulders where I'll release into my thoracic area, letting my shoulder blades drop. And then I'll push all the way up, almost like a push-up, except my shoulder blades are the ones that are doing all the work. I'll do this a couple times, and then I'll begin by finding a smooth cat-cow, arching only a little bit, just enough. That way I can find a little bit of release in the back. And once I've done that, I will go ahead and shift my hips from side to side or make nice circles. That way my back can find a really nice release all along the spine, through the tailbone, top of the head, and so forth. Once you feel comfortable and loose, go ahead and shift to child's pose. Go ahead and take a child's pose with both hands going to one corner and push your hips to the opposite side. Hold that for as long as you like and then change, moving both hands to the other corner, reaching nice and long, and then sending your hip to the opposite corner. From here, we'll lay down on our stomach and we will practice a little bit more of that arched position of the back, utilizing our core. Go ahead and lift. You may place your hands at your forehead and lift from there, or you can place your hands into cobra and lift from there. Please engage your core. That is so important. And just as much as we need to strengthen our core muscles, we do need to strengthen our back muscles. Together, they help us do so many things and protect us from injury. Test what you feel comfortable in. Please don't go past your limit. What I like to do is maybe leave one hand down and then bring the other hand up and see if I can hold that with my back muscles and core muscles engaged. Maybe do this about 3 times. My favorite number is 3, but pick your own as you wish. From there, I'll slowly lift up and try to hold. Keep in mind that I am a dancer and I do have special back mobility, so this is a little abnormal for most people. Go ahead and take a child's pose. Relax and breathe. Once you feel comfortable, go ahead and flip over onto your back. Take some deep breaths and bring your knee to your chest. Pull and maybe take a few circles clockwise 3 times. And counterclockwise 3 times. When you're ready, change legs. For our next stretch, we'll take an active figure 4 stretch for the glutes. What this means is you will bring one ankle across the other leg and grab underneath the leg near the back of the knee. You are welcome to take a figure 4 stretch along the wall, as you might see me doing here. It could be a little easier because you do not have to hold the back of your leg. So you are hands free. To make this active, we will utilize our glute by pressing the knee away from us. So the leg that is crossed needs to press out. And hold this for maybe 3 seconds. Release. Take another passive stretch here, maybe 10 seconds or so, and take another active stretch holding for at least 3 deep seconds. Change and repeat on the other leg. For the next part of this series, we will utilize the wall. Next, I would like for us to take a little bit of a twist where you bring your feet 90 degrees from knee to hip and rotate, letting your knees fall to the right and come back to center. Don't forget to use your core. And let your knees fall to the left and come back to center. Try to go as far as you can as you feel comfortable. It should be really nice and gentle. A little bit of a massage. Take a deep breath. And when we're ready, we're going to use that active tilt again. So with your knees bent, feet flat, go ahead and lift a little bit of the hips off the mat. And release. Go ahead and flex that foot on the wall and try to anchor your hip down into the floor. You can give a slight bend in the knee, bring your arms overhead, connect with your core, and stabilize. Hold for a few seconds and release. Now try the other leg. For our next stretch and our final stretch, it will be a nice, however intricate back stretch where you sit on your mat and take one foot into your hand. Now lean towards the opposite foot. Maybe bring your elbow to the inside of your knee and push into your hands while you pull back onto your foot. Have that opposition. Find that length. It could be that you feel this in the hamstring. It could be that you feel this in your back, mid, lower, upper, or shoulder. This stretch will prove to show you where you are tightest in your body. Now, because it is active, you can hold for as long as you want, but I would suggest at least 8 seconds. When you're ready, release and come into a nice neutral sitting position. Find your good posture and take a deep breath.